one of the guys that we always root for. We got Sean Woodson. Why don't you take his fight away, man?
Yeah, Sean Woodson versus Alex Caceres. This is a 145-pound fight. Shout out to Sean Woodson. He is a good fighter. He's a boy of this show. You know, a guy that we do enjoy watching, and we'll always root for and wish him continued success in his career. I don't know how the fuck Alex Caceres has suddenly had a career resurgence right now where people actually think he's worth a fuck. I'm not trying. I always try not to be too brutal, but gosh damn, it's just a bit annoying with fan perception when there's a 35-year-old in the 145-pound division that's got a lot of miles and people are acting like he's some serious fucking threat to the division. And Alex Caceres has been in the UFC for a long time now. Alex Caceres has been in the UFC. I'm actually fucking surprised. Alex Caceres has been in the UFC since 2011. I
Damn.
thought he's been in the UFC since 2014, which in and of itself isn't good, but 2011 makes it even worse. His debut was March 26, 2011, and he lost by rear naked choke. And then he lost his second fight by rear naked choke, and then he finally won his third fight in November 2011 when he moved up to bantamweight. So, long career, 35 years old, a lot of miles. He's fought and lost to a who's who. Lost to Uriah Faber, got choked out. Lost to Yair Rodriguez. Lost to Jason Knight. Lost to Cron Gracie. Beat Chase Hooper. Beat Steven Peterson. Beat Kevin Kroom. Beat Choi Sung Woo. Beat Julian Erosa and beat Daniel Pineda. Now, aside from Julian Erosa, and Julian Erosa is very hot and cold, kind of spotty, unfortunately, as much as I like the guy. Who really stands out to you? Steven Peterson? That instantly made me think of Keith Peterson, the fucking ref. Who is Steven Peterson? Chase Hooper? We've covered Chase Hooper so many times on this show, and we just covered him again. I'm not going into any more detail on fucking Chase Hooper. So, this is my point. What makes a guy who in his last 4 fights is 2-2 so fucking special? Because around the time of the Sadiq Yusuf fight, when he fought Sadiq Yusuf 2 years ago and lost, people really thought he was going to make some type of run in the division, and I just don't fucking see it. I just don't see it. He's primarily a striker. He has very limited grappling, very limited ground game, as evidenced by his numerous losses that he has on his record due to various chokes, especially rear naked chokes. He has more rear naked chokes than some fucking people's moms out there. That's how fucking bad it is. And it's a very glaring weakness in his game. But where people think he's this amazing fucking striker because he does this kung fu LARPing role play cosplay bullshit, I don't see it. I don't see anything amazing that when I see his striking makes me think, wow, Alex Caceres, he's so fucking good. You're a casual if you don't like him. You're a casual. I get so fucking sick of hearing I'm a casual because I don't like fucking Alex Caceres. I just don't like the guy. And I'm going to stand on fucking business and I'm going to double down and say that fucking Sean Woodson's going to pick him apart and Alex Caceres isn't going to have fucking nothing to offer him. And he's going to lose 2 in a row because he's coming off a loss August last year to Giga Chikadze. And he's going to fucking lose to Sean Woodson. And then honestly, at this point, he should probably bow down out of the fucking division and try to hang up while he still has some fucking respectability about himself and just call it a career. He's had a very long, illustrious career, been in there with some big names, won some, lost some. It's a fucking accomplishment just to make it in the UFC and last as long as he has. And he's a legend and all that shit that, once again, I shouldn't have to fucking say when I'm just giving my opinion about this shit. But Sean Woodson's just going to be a better man that night. And I think he's just going to be long and rangy. He's going to be precise. He's going to pick them apart. I don't think he'll be able to get the finish, unfortunately, because Caceres is a tough motherfucker. And if you're not grappling, he's hard to finish, but he'll easily cruise to a unanimous decision win, just like he did against Charles Jourdain January of this year. What do you got?
You fucking stand on business, Bobby. Do it, man. I'm with you, Sean Woodson also. If you don't want me to pick Sean Woodson, give me a grappler. Give me a wrestler. Stop giving Sean Woodson these strikers. And
Exactly.
the dude's size, his height and his reach. So he's coming in at a 5-inch reach advantage. And that's because Caceres actually has a pretty good reach for his division. I mean, Woodson goes in with like we've seen what an 8-inch reach advantage. Like he goes in and pieces people up. This dude's a Gold Glove boxer, rangy, so accurate. Fuck it, I'm with you, dude. I'm standing on it. I'm standing on with Sean Woodson plus or minus 185 for him. Oh, I don't know, man. Because I kind of feel like he could get the knockout too, or just a TKO. And at minus 185, I would love to do the knockout decision, but I feel like that might make it from minus 185 to minus 180. I feel like that's not going to take anything off for us.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to stick to the money line, but damn, I love Sean Woodson in this fight. And I really going forward, if you're going to give Sean Woodson a striker, I'm probably taking Sean Woodson every time.
Yeah. I'm really glad you mentioned that. That's perfect. If I don't want to see him lose, but if you're trying to do quality matchmaking, if you're trying to actually give him a challenge, yeah, please, for the love of God, stop giving him strikers. Give him a grappler, and then we'll see what happens. Because as long as you keep feeding him strikers, especially average ass or mediocre strikers like fucking Caceres, it's other than a freak fucking occurrence, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point.
Fucking STL represent.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover old spot from the bottom to the top, eh? Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.